What is up, guys? Good morning. So today I'm gonna be bringing you guys a little video. Sorry, I've been MIA a little bit. It's kind of hard to make videos when I'm working every day. So today I'm gonna be working on both my 4th-gen Preludes. There wasn't anything else I can really bring you content on. We've bought parts, but they're kind of on back order, so we're just waiting on that. I've been meaning to fix something on my Prelude, so I'm gonna be making a little video on that. But I gotta take my race car to the post office real quick to pick some stamps up, and then afterwards I'm gonna come back and I'm start working on my Preludes. So we got the intake manifold out. It sits here in two pieces, one right there and one right there. It was kind of a pain in the ass, and I did rip a plug out of where it was supposed to be down here. Oh wait, no, right here. It was supposed to go connected to this, but I didn't really notice and I just yanked it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the H22 in here now so I can get that torn apart. And I'll show you guys what I mean by the idle surge. I forgot I had put a, what is that, a belt holding that up? I was about to yank my garage door opener off the freaking thing. So luckily I remembered about that, so I'll get up there and I'll take that off right now. As you can see, the idle does not stop bouncing. This shit is really annoying. Originally, when I first got the motor, it actually only did that at startup, and then after fucking with it a little bit, we got it to get to this point where it doesn't stop at all. So like, it revs all the fucking time, but it still makes some noise. I'm gonna let my buddy rev it up just so you guys can hear it. Try it. It still sounds pretty nice, but it's just about that idle issue. So we're gonna fix that. And got the SI in the garage now. First thing we did was take off the hood. It was kind of in the way. We weren't able to prop up the hood like we did with the last one. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna start by taking off the short hour bar, and then I'm gonna move on to moving the eBay special intake. From there, I'm gonna start working with the fuel rail, and basically do the exact same thing I did to take that one off. It wasn't that big of a pain in the ass, but it is a little pain in the ass. So it's just time consuming. So I'm gonna start on that, and hopefully I'll get it done by tonight. Hopefully. All right. Good morning, guys. This is the next day. Sorry I didn't check up with you guys last night. The manifold ended up being a pain in the ass to take out. The last 3 bolts from underneath were a pain. The H23 one was cake. Like, I could literally take them off from the top, but these I had to go underneath. That's why you can see the car is jacked up. But I'm not gonna be able to finish this until a little bit later today. Me and my buddy are actually going to an auction right now, and they're having another SI or another Prelude, a 92. So he might be picking that up just for shits and giggles. He might sell it. But I'm gonna run to AutoZone and pick up a gasket that I need. But I for sure found out the issue as to why it was there was a vacuum leak. If you can see, there was a part missing here, as well as the whole cylinder over here for that gasket. So it should have been exactly like how it is here, but it's, as you can see, it was missing someplace. It was missing in some places. I think it was on this side, right? No, it was on this side. So I need, because there's two gaskets that go here and here. I need one of those. I guess I only have one. I'm gonna check in my box and see if I have another one, but if anything, I'm gonna run the AutoZone and pick it up. But everything is taken out. It should be easy to plug and play back in. It's just about finding two bolts that I lost down there. Unfortunately, I lost two bolts. Well, I didn't lose them, but they just went down there, and fuck if I know where they're at. So. All right, guys, I didn't really record me putting the car back together. I had a few issues that I ran into, so I actually I took the whole day yesterday prepping the intake manifold to get painted, but I chose not to paint it last minute. I ended up just returning all the spray paint I bought, and I bought some Permatex for the gaskets so that issue doesn't happen again. But I got the whole car put back together. I'm hoping that it's going to turn on and there's not going to be a single issue. But until I actually start it, I won't know. But I'll have my buddy hold the camera while I do the first startup. So hopefully it starts up right. So we noticed that there was a leak, a fuel leak right near the injector. So now we have to fix that before we can start the car. Right now, I'm looking at exactly where it's leaking from, and as you can see, it's caked on the manifold. So either the injector's not seated right or something associated with the injector is bad. So I'm gonna have to swap that out and then proceed to the first startup. That's the last thing I wanted, was to have to take everything apart again, and that's kind of what I have to do. So once I take everything apart and put it back together, that's when I'll give you guys another update for the first start. Alright guys, we just finished taking off the fuel rail, and we inspected the injector that was bad, or that was leaking, and we ended up changing the cushion ring and the O-ring on the injector. After we changed that, it's seated properly and it's not leaking no more. What we ended up changing was this part. As you can see, this one literally it brittled to pieces, or a big piece now, and we changed this part and it's not leaking no more, so that's a good sign. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it and have my buddy show you guys the first startup.
It's a little dirty, just a little bit. Let it idle. Because you clean that whole, the intake and all that, so it's literally pretty clean. It's got a nice idle now. Doesn't go.
I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
Rev it up a little bit. No.
just finished driving the Prelude for about, I want to say about 30 miles. Me and my friend, we took out both our cars, so we had some fun. This is gonna be the ending to this video, and it's gonna be a kind of a teaser to the next. But everything is running good on the Prelude. It hasn't overheated or anything. I did get a check engine light. I just turned the car off and I turned it back on and it went away, so I'm not really sure what it could be. I'm sure it's something that once it's hot or once it's been driven, I mean it comes on. But for right now the car is acting normal, so I'm pretty stoked. I had that issue for the longest time, and seeing it finally go away is like the most satisfying thing in the world. And I don't really want to spoil the next video, but she drives hard. Like it's unsuspecting, but she's pretty quick, so I'm pretty excited to see what I'm gonna do with this car. We were taking the car on canyons and the car was driving great. No hesitations, no nothing. My battery does keep coming off, so the battery light keeps coming on, so it might be running with just the alternator, because I pulled over and I turned it off, and the power wire was completely off the battery, so it's likely running off the power from the alternator. So once I get home, I'll probably tighten up the battery if I don't take it off. I mean, this car barely gets driven, but I'm so stoked that it's finally away, and you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of this car as I hit the track more and more. So I'm very excited, and always keep checking back.